Hi, welcome to this channel. Today in this video I'm going to show you how to design or make off the canvas menu, something like that or something like this. This is going to be a step-by-step process, and in case you don't know anything, don't worry, I'm going to explain every step to you. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to use this same domain, and in this process I'm going to log into this. Now I'm on my dashboard. Make sure you have Elementor Pro. In case you don't have, please check in the description and download it with a discount, or you can download from Elementor website. So from the dashboard, with Elementor plugin installed and activated, make sure you come to the templates, click on pop-up. Now I already have one template here, so I will need to create a new one from scratch. Just going to click add new template. From this area, don't change anything here, only give it a name. For me, I'm going to call this off the canvas 3. Then after that, I'm going to create. There are already default templates here. If you're really very tired, you can choose one of these in case you have things that are related, but we don't need this. We're going to do ours from scratch. I'm going to close that. Now from this area, just go to settings, but let me first change this to dark mode because it's too bright. So this is okay now. Now I'm going to change a few things. Go to settings and start with the width. Depends on what you want. For my menu, I just need it to be 300. It's much better, and that is number of pixels. And the height, make sure it's fit the screen so that it actually fits the screen. As you see from this side up to down, it fits the screen. Then the next thing is still continue being here. Make sure this is aligned on top. The content position should be top. Now the position here horizontally for the desktop, I can, let me first move this here. For desktop, I can put it on the left. Then for tablet, let me keep it also in the left. Then for mobile, let me move it to the right. This is perfect for me. Then we're also going to look at the vertical position. Make sure it's top for all of them. Make sure it's top. One thing you must note is whatever you do on a desktop mode can be inherited on other modes. That's why I encourage you do it on desktop. The rest are inherited unless you want mobile or anything to have something different. Now once we've finished to set the position, come to entrance animation, whatever way you want. If you want to fade in, since on the desktop I put it on the right, let it slide from the left. You can see. Then exit, let it slide left. And you can see that's how it goes off. So I can reduce this time also to 8 seconds. That's okay. So once that is done, you can go ahead and change a few things. Go to style, put your color, whatever color you want. Like mine, I put some image on the background and some overlays. So what I'm going to do now is you can either choose to just put any color. For example, I can put my primary color, or I can put my secondary color, whatever you're going to choose. But also in case you need an image, you just go to Unsplash. Then you pick just any color from here. For example, let me check wallpapers. Let me say technology wallpapers, and I can put orientation to landscape. Then I pick anything right here. I can pick this. I think I used it before. I click on it, right click and copy image URL. So I come back here, and in this case I'm going to undo this color, and I'm going to click on the image and add, choose image, insert from the URL. I'm going to come to this, paste it and insert. Now you can see this side shows the image as our background. Also you can be able to play around a few things here, like for example display size. You can say cover, whatever you're going to choose. That's just about you, how you want it to be. I'm just going to use my secondary color, and I'm going to delete that image. Then overlay, how does the whole page of the website appear? So you see, like mine, it's all the other areas are blacked out. You can be able to change this. If you want it to be white, you can even decide to deactivate it and to be there completely. But for my case, let me leave it as it is. Then a closing button, this one you see here, I can put the color you want. For example, me, I just want to put it white. Then I can increase the size a little bit. Then you can also play around with the position, like vertical and also maybe horizontal, whatever position you feel comfortable with. Now we've finished to do with our settings here. We've also finished the styling. Now we're going to do the actual menu. Now first you go back to the top tab here. Now designing or putting the content, we're just going to carry the first container. I'm also going to carry another container inside that one. So the first container, I'm going to make sure this is full width 100%. Then the inner container, I can also leave it to 100. Then I duplicate this one At least I should have 2 from there. Now inside this, I'm going to carry the logo, and I also want to carry the site title. I'm going to carry it under that, then give it a color. For example, maybe I can put it to the white color, or pure black is okay. And now after that, you see our navigator here. So I'm going to click on this top navigator and change this to view horizontally. Then I reduce this logo and make sure this is centered and also this is centered. I'm also going to reduce the gaps maybe to 5. I know at least 10 is okay. Once that is done, I'm going to carry the divider, put it down here. Then I'm going to change the color, for example, something like that. Reduce the gap. You can also change the width if you want, maybe to center, and put it at the center. I think that's okay. Now we're going to carry the search form. I'm going to put it under this tab. Let it be inline auto. After that, I can duplicate this and paste it down here. Now I'm going to bring the title for browsing. For example, I can say menu. Make sure I center it properly and put the color, which I feel is okay. Black is not bad. Then I'm going to play around with the color. The size can be 20 is okay. Now I'm going to carry the menu, bring the menu down, make sure the color is okay. Which color do we need for the menu? White is fine. So I'm going to make sure this menu is centered and it should be vertical. And for mobile, also make sure that there's no breakpoint. Should put it to none. Vertical padding, we can reduce it to fit in something that we need. Something like that is not so bad. Now we also need another thing. I'm going to duplicate this, and carry it down. But also I'm going to duplicate the line. I'm going to bring it down here and let this be down. Change this to follow us. Now I'm going to carry the social media icons here. So I'm going to carry this one, the first one here. Then I'm going to add a few more. For example, WhatsApp. If you need whatever you want, you're going to put in. We also need LinkedIn, and that's enough. Now you're going to play around with the colors. For example, you can customize the color, but let the primary be white and the secondary color to be our primary color. So in that case, we're going to reduce the size. I think that's perfect, and that's all how you can do. You make sure you can put anything that you want. So that is how we first design our menu. So in this case, we're going to just update and make sure we go to next. Don't turn on any trigger unless you want, but this is just the navigation menu, which you're not going to turn on the trigger. So I'm going to save it. Now we've already created off the canvas menu. How are we going to display it when the visitor or you click on your website? So we're going to close this right now. We're going to exit. So from here, I'm just going to, let me first move back to dashboard. So in this area, you're going to templates and click on theme builder. Now make sure you have your header. In this case, I already have a header here, but in case you don't have, let me create maybe a quick one. But also I'm going to leave this template somewhere on the description where you can be able to download it and try to use it. So for this case, I'm going to add a new header quickly. All these ones, I'm going to close them, or I can copy any of this. It's just okay, but let me ignore them. And right now here, I'm going to still move to settings and make sure this is also published. And I'm going to call this header. So we're going to create a menu quickly. So the first thing now we're going to do is I'm going to carry the container here, the first one. It's going to be full width, and I'm going to remove the gaps. Also this, I'm going to remove the padding. Next, I carry another container here, and this one I'm going to change to percentage and 80%. Also should not have the padding and the gap. Duplicate this container. So the first one, I'm going to carry the site logo, then I'm going to reduce it. The next one, I'm going to let me first reduce this further, and then the logo, I'm going to change the background color of the logo. Going to move to this and put the color to primary. Yes, now the next thing I'm going to do is going to carry the menu on the downer one, and maybe I can change the font type to Oswald, is my favorite. Then this should be medium. Next, I'm going to carry the search button for the desktop. I also need now the icon button because we're going to display our pop-up menu. We're going to put the icon here. Then this I'm going to change to align. Then you can choose anything that you feel like is better for you. Let me choose this align center. Then also, now the next thing I'm going to do is click on the container top here, then change the direction to horizontal. You can see now this also moves. Now we're going to move this menu, should take some percentage of the width. So we're going to advanced, then come to the width and say custom. Going to put this, make sure it's percentage, and put 30. Now let this one be big. Let's say this should have like 70. Then the search bar can also take 20. Then the icon can take 10%. So if you look at this, we're going to reduce the icon size a little bit and make sure the container here, everything is center, and also align item center. Then the next thing is we need to display our pop-up menu. So if you click on the icon here, come back to content, and in this area you're going to say click on the dynamic tag, and you scroll down to action, click on pop-up. So pop-up, you're going to click again on that pop-up, then click down here, make sure the action is pop-up. But down here you're going to search for the name that you gave. So mine is called Off the Canva 3. Now that is okay, so we're going to leave it like that. I think that's okay, and that's all. So now if we save this and display entire site and save it, we already have another menu displaying, but let's hope this overwrites the other one. Let me check on our Yawa Tech here. See, what we've just created is in here, and if you click on this, this is what we created. It's popping up and perfectly, very fine. And you can see, click on this, it pops up. That's what you do. Or in case you want to know how to make a responsive menu, please subscribe, because in the next video I'm going to show you how to do that. In case of any challenges, leave it in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching, and all the best.